Good evening and welcome to Let's Talk. My name is James, and I started this show talking about the murder of Samantha Woll. I will continue to do so every weekday to help keep her story in the media. A little bit about me. I have many years' experience in investigations, and uh, it gives me a certain way of looking at the case. And here's a case that we know. Uh, Samantha Woll, uh, a 40-year-old single woman from Detroit, was brutally stabbed to death at her residence at 6:30 a.m. on Saturday, October 21st, 2023. A neighbor had called 911 to report a body laying on the sidewalk on the 1300 block of Juliet Place in the Lafayette Park area of Detroit. Police arrived and determined the woman was stabbed to death from multiple stab wounds, and a trail of blood led from the location of the body to the inside of her residence, where police had determined the murder had taken place. The victim had then stumbled outside and fell to the ground where she was found. Now, there was no sign of forced entry, and the police immediately ruled out a hate crime motive, even though that was the first thing that led to their thinking. But that was quickly ruled out, and they state that the evidence that was collected that they have not released to the public led them to believe it was something else, which means it was probably a domestic type situation. Now, Samantha Wool was the board president of the Downtown Synagogue of Detroit and was very politically active. She worked on numerous reelection campaigns and for the Attorney General of Michigan, and also worked for the Representative of Michigan as a deputy district director. Now, this is December 4th. Last month, November 8th, police have made an arrest of a suspect that reportedly knew Miss Wolf and attended her funeral. Uh, the person was unnamed, and the arrest was made in Kalamazoo. Now, he was being transported to Detroit from Kalamazoo, and he invoked his rights to not say anything and requested an attorney. Under Michigan law, you have 72 hours to either charge a person or release them. And on November 10th, uh, he was released without being charged and also without being named. And since then, Crime Stoppers has issued a $15,000 reward for tips leading to an arrest. And you can see the information scrolling below there with the phone number and website, and you can remain anonymous. Again, it is assumed the detectives are following a domestic violence motive, and that's the information they have. The police chief, Chief White, had said they're going to be very, very careful about what information they share with the public. So, look at the comments. So, hello, Thomas, and thank you for stopping by and watching. And things to note, you know, about this investigation is her cell phone and wallet were present, and therefore it wasn't a robbery. Now, she went to a wedding that Friday night before and left at 12:30 in the morning and arrived home at some time and then was found 6:30 in the morning. They said that uh, the police did say that she was dead for a while, so it was possibly right after she got home. No forced entry. It happened inside the home. So, did she pick somebody up? Was somebody home waiting for her, a boyfriend type thing? Um, I'm sure right now what they are doing is using or looking at cell phone records with the pinging of the towers, finding out her route, see if she spoke with somebody on the way home to pick somebody up. So again, they're probably have their eye on somebody, but not releasing any information. And it is frustrating that they have not arrested and charged somebody as of yet. It has been, uh, since October 21st. It's now December. Um, I would love to have this show talk about other things, but I made a commitment saying that I will keep talking about Samantha Wool's murder until someone is brought to justice. So yeah, it's it has to be devastating to the family. They have not made any statements. I don't know if the police are giving them information about the investigation. It's doubtful. Um, but uh, I can only imagine what they are going through. Other things is they've not talked about the murder weapon. Uh, they say it was multiple stab wounds. Was it a knife that the person brought with them? Was it possibly someone got the knife from her own home? It's not information that has been provided by the police, nor has the weapon been talked about or questions asked by the media. They have not even said, "Hey, is there a murder weapon found? Is there prints on it?" Uh, Nothing like that. So, and if it happened in the home, a stabbing, or there has to be bloody footprints. Just yeah. So it is a brutal crime that's happened and needs to have the full resources of the Detroit Police Department put towards this investigation. There are numerous crimes in Detroit, murders that have gone unsolved, and this one cannot be one of them. Uh, there's just too much information that they have, and uh, we should be able to find this person. So, why they're not releasing information is beyond me. I have different theories, but at this point in time, they should have made an arrest already. Uh, it can't be red tape with getting warrants on phone records or things like that. Uh, and forensic evidence, they have the FBI has been involved since day one, providing them resources. So it should there should be no reason that there's not been an arrest. So that is everything now. The police chief did have a press conference last week, and his comments were kind of flippant towards the investigation about this one and another unsolved murder investigation with a doctor in Detroit, Dr. Fortin, I believe his name was. And yeah, the responses he made were flippant and unprofessional. So anyways, that's an opinion, but it doesn't sound like when the meeting was with the police commissioners, and he was very tight-lipped even with them. So yeah, that is what the investigation is at. So please share this out with everybody that you can think of, and you can uh, post it on your platforms just to keep this in the media and not forgotten about. Again, Thomas, thank you so much for stopping by. I truly appreciate it. Thank you for all your support. Folks, everybody have a pleasant evening, and until tomorrow, good night.